Hi everyone. Um, Let me just give you some simple tips with regards to AREG and workload management. Um, you can bowl every day, but maybe two on, one off. But in a week, that's 5 days. Okay. But what I'm saying is you need to monitor the drop-offs of the bowling speed, which you need sort of a pocket radar or whatever, but pocket radar is affordable and it's very accurate. You need that to measure how much fatigue the bowler has. So if they start on a Monday bowling 80 miles per hour, at the end of the session they're bowling 70 miles per hour, that's nearly 10% fatigue drop off, and that is a lot of fatigue. That will take a week to recover, okay, and rebound. So that's one thing. So that would be called. So if you were to do them in three phases, which I do, okay, is you have a factorization phase, which you bowl 5 days a week. You have 1.5 or 2% drop off. So that means like 1 miles per hour or 2 miles per hour. That's it. And then you do that for a week, or if it keeps working, then keep doing it until it stops working. And then you have a frequency phase, which would be sort of bowling twice a week. But in those days, you can now have 4% drop off. So, you can keep, and that will probably end up bowling your 4, 5, 6 overs. Some, some may be more. But again, you monitor the drop off, and then you have that amount of rest periods before you go again. So what normally happens, you bowl on a Monday and you bowl on a Thursday. If you're not recovered, then you bowl on a Friday. Then the other one is the fatigue method. Okay, and this is where you bowl once a week, but you can go sort of 10% drop off. And if you do the maths, okay, that's a big speed drop off. And that is so that's your 80 to 70 approximately. And that, if you test, you can see that's a lot of bowling. So I'm not against bowling. I believe that a lot of bowlers don't bowl enough, spend more time in the gym than we do bowling. But my thing is, you have to know exactly how much fatigue you're putting in, how much stress there is. And the only way you can do that is ball velocity or arm sleeves like Pulse or Nextels or whatever. But we need to monitor everything. So you have a phase where you do it little and often, microdose factorization. You have a phase which is probably twice a week, okay, and then you have a phase which is once a week with more bowling. So the problem is that cricket, the game is just a mishmash. There's no structure to it, there's no planning to it, there's no management to it. And it's important to note it's not about the amount of deliveries, it's about the load in those deliveries, how much stress there is in that delivery. And obviously, an 80 miles per hour max effort ball is going to be more stressful on the body than a 50 miles per hour slow ball. So that shouldn't count in that workload. Okay, the issues with the game at the minute is that um, net bowling constitutes the weekly workload, and it's not hard enough for it to add volume to the week. What happens then in games, and we know the injuries happen in games, 60% of injuries happen in game. We know because we're using the volume of training as part of the bigger picture, that means that they're undercooked. Okay, so bowling is about intensity and frequency. It's really important we understand that. So you need a test, you need a certain phase, and you need to understand how much fatigue you put in the system before you go again. Everyone is different. Generic workloads don't work. But also, it is important that you understand that some bowlers are undercooked while others are overcooked. Hope that helps. Have an awesome day.